Hello everyone, how are you today? Today is day 27 of the 30-day coloring challenge. I can't believe it's day 27. And I love this stamp set. It's a collaboration with Simon Says Stamp and Poppy Stamps. And I also use the Frond Collage. It's that window piece. So right here, I'm doing a galaxy background. This is the only second one that I've done. And I'm prepping my paper. I have Tim Holtz watercolor paper, and I'm just using some of the distress inks. So I'm just putting that color on there in different ways. And I decided this isn't working for me, so I'm just taking that pad there and just smashing it onto the watercolor paper. I just wanted more vibrant color, and this works great. I did this like years and years ago. So I'm spritzing that with some water and then just going to move that color around a little bit and then heat set it. So once I heat set this, then I'm going to add some more color, just different layers of color. I wanted to try, what are those, the new distress inks called? I forgot. On top of this, but I just didn't have time to look for them. So now I'm adding another layer of color, and I'm just kind of rubbing that pad on top of the paper. That way it picks up, so if I don't press too hard, it'll pick up some of that texture. It's a little hard to tell here, but it's really cool. So then I'll spray it again and dry it again and see what we get. So I figured rather than having the water drip off, I'll just set it on the towel. And then I don't show this, but I'm going to pick it up and then push the color into the paper rather than letting it drip onto the towel. So, because I always have to do a little bit more, I'm adding just some more of that color, and then I'll heat set it. But can you see, like on the bottom there, how it picks up that texture? No, just a quick little spray here. And then the only reason why I'm heat setting it, because I just don't have a lot of time. But it's, I remember Jennifer saying that, you know, it's better just to let it dry on its own. So I've stamped these different elements from the stamp set with some archival ink, and I'm going to watercolor these. And then I'm going to cut them out. They're super easy to watercolor, and I just figured I'll use the same distress inks that I have here, kind of make more of a monochromatic kind of card. So I'm just putting down that first layer of color, and I like to put down a line of color, and then I use a wet brush to pull that color down. I'm talking a little bit softer today because my voice is hoarse and I have a headache. We went out to celebrate our anniversary last night, and I think I should have stopped at 1 glass of wine instead of 2. So I'm just moving that color around that lantern. I thought it'd be really cool if I used a blade. I'm going to cut out the inside of the lantern, but if I used a blade to cut one side and then it's partially open, and I wanted her to be flying where it's partially open, but this is thick paper, and I just decided not to do that. But that'd be really cool if it was on with markers and regular cardstock and stuff. So now I just always like to bring in that third color just for a little bit more interest, and I'm just making this a quick and easy coloring session. Sometimes I'll go back with watercolor and just add a little bit in the nooks and crannies. Now I'm just putting a layer of color on her face, a little rosy cheek. I've actually added a few colors to my palette here. But super easy. I'm just going to do a simple dress, and then later I'll add a few little details. I'm doing a halo for a glow of the candle here, and then I'll be cutting that out. I've grabbed a Tombow marker, and I'm just for a little bit more intense color. I didn't want to go grab my Distress ink yellow. And then I'm going to use that yellow on her hair too. I haven't used Tombow markers in a while, but they're great watercolor markers, and they're easy to use. I'll try and do that before. I can't believe the 30-day coloring challenge is almost over. So now I'm just first scribbling a line of that Tombow marker on her shirt, and then I'm just using a damp brush to pull that color down and wet it into the dress. Super easy. And later I'll just I'm going to give her a little necklace, draw some little fringes on the peplum on her dress. She's tiny, so, and then I did add some scales to her little fairy wings. Now I've cut this out, but I just wanted to remind you, because this weekend some people weren't aware of it, but I take a Memento black marker and I go along the edges to finish. It gives your images a much more finished look. So that's what I'm doing right here, and I'm going to do that. I do that on everything that I cut out. And I wanted to show you how I cut out this tiny little part. I'm cutting through the image because I don't have to cut inside it. If I cut into the image, then I can cut around much easier, and then I just glue it. So you could really just cut it off and then glue it too. There's lots of little cutting tricks. I know people don't fussy cut as much because of die cuts, but see, I just cut that off, and then I'll stick my Memento marker in there and then glue it. Now I die cut the paper here, and I decided to do another piece of cardstock. And I'm going to hang that little lantern in there. It's a really cool die cut. You can hear Max barking. So I have this white piece of cardstock, and I don't want any white to show, so I'm using the chisel end to color those edges here. And then I also use this die. Sorry about Max, you guys. So I don't see those white pieces. I'm going to have to find those little bits. They ended up being in my die cut. And I glue those down. And now I have this white piece that I cut. So I'm going to color the leaves with this turquoise color. I'm going to color the stems brown. And then I'm going to glue this behind my distress panel. And that way there's a lot of foliage. And that's it right there. What do you guys think? I hope you like it. And then I stamped the sentiment on vellum and glued it onto the string. I did a string and a bow. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. I'm so sorry that Max was barking so much. I kind of just got in the zone and didn't realize it, and I know that's really annoying. So thanks for hanging tight with me. And I hope to do another video for tomorrow, these last 3 days. Okay, have a great day. Bye.